I started coming to see Min about a year ago. I came in, I had heard about him. I'd been through physical therapy 3 or 4 times, and I had come to see him actually as he was just opening his office. I tracked him down, came in, and he was still moving stuff in, and asked him if we could have a conversation about my injury and if he could help. I had basically ruptured a disc about 5.5 years ago. It took about 1.5 years to find it. I was running on it, racing on it, and when they found it, it was a huge 8.8 millimeter rupture between L5 and S1. And a week later, they went in and did a microdiscectomy, and I came out of the surgery great. All the pain I had on the left side was gone, and about 2 or 3 months, I noticed I still wasn't moving correctly. So I actually had gone back to trying to run to get things to move correctly, and all the pain started on the right side. After assessing that situation, multiple MRIs, looking at what had happened, everything looked okay disc-wise, but apparently I had compensated for so long because of the rupture and was having SI pain on the right side, hamstring pain on the right side, glute pain on the right side, and my best way of putting it was that my right leg was exhausted of being my right leg. It just felt like it was doing all of the work. And at first I thought it was running, but then no matter what I did, running, walking, swimming, spinning, all of the above, my right leg and right SI were just in pain. But I absolutely love to run, I love to move, and I felt like I just couldn't connect with a huge part of me because I couldn't do those things. And I walked and I kept moving, and but I was basically in pain all the time. One of our very first conversations, the one thing I liked that he said to me was that running's not the problem, running out of position is the problem. And other things like, humans are meant to move, they're meant to run, and filling my mind with those things mentally was definitely helpful. From just a sheer physical therapy standpoint, I'd been through PT, pelvic floor PT, strengthening PT, glute PT, where they strengthen your glutes, strengthen your extensors, and I saw incredible physical therapists. I saw physical therapists, in my opinion, are some of the most incredible people, but I kept running into a wall because I was constantly strengthening dysfunction. And through that continual strengthening of dysfunction, I just felt like no matter how hard I worked, whether it was the exercises or staying active, I was constantly putting myself in even more pain. The difference with PRI was that I felt like I was learning to function correctly instead of just strengthening dysfunction. The biggest thing I noticed about Min, about PRI, was just the importance of teaching your body how to function in a position that's beneficial for movement. Min hears the feedback and adjusts exercises and his thought process accordingly. So in August of last year, I remember the first time Min told me go out for a run. I looked at him like, have you lost your mind? Because don't tell somebody who loves to run to go run. It's taking me this long to pull my brain off from running. And so I remember, the first time I ran, and I was like, okay. And it just slowly progressed. I remember the first time he said, go ahead, run 5. And I thought, really? So it's been a process of pushing and then pulling back and strengthening and pushing, pulling back and strengthening. Last week, the 4th of July, I actually just ran a half marathon and somehow PR'd with 1 hour and 55 minutes and 13 seconds. So it's come a long, long way.